everybody. Recording live from somewhere.
Totem Pole Nation, we're here on a Wednesday. Don't forget, NBA season's on the way. It's a beautiful day. Totem Pole Nation, we want to thank you for tuning in live last night. You know, the Minnesota Timberwolves forced the Game 5. Game 5 is on Thursday. Don't forget to tune into the Watch live stream at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We will let you know in the future what is going on. Now, first, Tyronn Lue returns as the Clippers head coach on a long extension. What does this mean for the Clippers? Okay, if LeBron is going to stay in LA, he's not getting Tyronn Lue again. It's JJ Redick's job to lose in LA whether he goes or stays, according to LeBron. So now for LeBron stuff, we already know that LeBron can't get back Tyronn Lue whether he wants to go to Cleveland or whatever. Since they fired the coach as well, he can't get Tyronn Lue back. When it comes to the Clippers and Steve Ballmer, the president of basketball operations, it's a smart decision. Keep the guy because you ain't got nobody else. He wanted Tyronn Lue won a championship in 2016. They came back from a 3-1 series against the Golden State Warriors. Y'all can sit up there and say whatever. Well, Draymond was suspended Game 5. Y'all can sit up there and say whatever. It is what it is. 3-1 back from the finals. But they have some problems on their roster. One is Kawhi Leonard's always hurt. Number two, James Harden, whether the rumors are true or not, is always unhappy about something. Three, y'all call that man Paul George. Y'all call him Playoff P. Playoff P? Where's he at? He had a couple of good games in the playoffs, but, they're just not good enough. The Clippers are always talented on paper, but when it comes to execution of the game, it's not great. It's not great. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyronn Lue in 4 seasons has gone 184 wins, 134 losses, which is not bad. They did lead to the Western Conference Finals in the 2020-2021 season when they went down with injuries once again during that point of the season. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George have only played 45% of the games, which is not great. Raylan plays. Thank you for tuning in to Totem Pole Nation. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Here's the problem with this big three. Tyronn Lue, despite injuries and the injuries to the big three and injuries on every other team, him readjusting lineups and schemes is working. Now, it's working for the regular season, but it's not working in the playoffs, especially when you have the Western Conference. It's very tough. You lost to Dallas Mavericks in 6 games. But you also got the Minnesota Timberwolves, you got OKC, you got Denver, you got a lot of teams. But remember, Tyronn Lue at the beginning of the season traded for James Harden 3 games into the season. Lost 6 straight games with James Harden in the lineup. But at the end of the day, close to February, from that point on when they lost 5 games straight, they went 26-5 and into February. That means kind of before the All-Star game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and just break up the big three. Break up Kawhi Leonard, break up Paul George, and break up James Harden. Do I agree to get rid of everyone? Not everybody. You might have to get rid of 1 or 2 people. This team, do you know how many times we hyped up the Clippers? Every single time the Clippers have Kawhi, the Clippers have James Harden, they have Paul George. Kawhi Leonard missed Game 1 and Game 4 and 5 and 6 and only played in Games 2 and 3? What? Let me say this. Justin Kane, thank you for tuning in. Pacers lost. That's great, Justin. I'm a Celtics fan. The Pacers losing really just makes me happy. It makes me happy. I appreciate you commenting, though. Here's the thing when it comes to the Clippers. How many times do they have the talented roster on paper but don't get the job done in the playoffs? Are the Clippers kind of like the Dallas Cowboys? Oh, talented roster, but don't do nothing in the playoffs. It's smart that you signed Tyronn Lue, but we got to look at this now. We got to look at this. Let's look at this. Paul George, ladies and gentlemen, is a free agent. PJ Tucker is a free agent. Ivica Zubac is a free agent. Terrence Mann is a free agent. Amir Coffey is a free agent. Russell Westbrook is a free agent. What's that? 6? and Deshaun Highland is a free agent. I mean, good. How many free agents do you have? Was that 7, 8? A lot. Luka got the body of a middle school boy. Well, that's crazy. I hope you say that to Luka Doncic's face. Also, that's funny though what you just said. You also have Jordan Moon. You got Daniel Tice, Brandon Boston. I mean, most of those contracts already expired as well. But question is, you got Kawhi Leonard until 2026. James Harden's going to need a new deal as well. And Paul George going to need a new deal. So, how much money are you going to pay those guys? How are you going to get paid hundreds of millions to hoop and still be fat? I don't have a question for you. That's a funny comment. I don't have a question for you, but that's on somebody else. When it comes to the Clippers, Harden's got to get a contract. Paul George got to get a contract. I'm not sure if Russell Westbrook is going to get a contract. I feel like if you break up this big three, go ahead, because you need to. Because I'm just so sick and tired of just hearing about the Clippers are going to win a championship. They're the next team of LA. And the Clippers and the Lakers just always struggle. They have talent, but they don't do it. Yo, Galone, thank you for tuning in. What are your thoughts on Drake's snake? I ain't gonna lie, I don't have any thoughts on Drake's snake. I don't. Now, here's the thing when it comes to the draft. For the Clippers, they have first round and second round. They got a bunch of them because of the trades that they had in the past. And their incoming draft picks is they got 2 second-round picks for this year. They got one from Indiana, Cleveland, and Utah. And the other one they got from Toronto, Indiana, Cleveland, and Utah. So I think, if I'm correct, I think the Clippers have 1 first-rounder and 2 or 3 second-rounders, because I know one they got from the Lakers and all this trade stuff that has happened. Remember when they trade Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? Remember all those trades? So I hope they can get a free agent to come to the Clippers. There's speculation that Paul George could go to the Philadelphia 76ers. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't believe that the Big Three should be back next year. I don't care if Steve Ballmer is building a new stadium. That is great. But how many times over and over and over again we see this team have talent, this team is this team is great, but Kawhi Leonard is always on one leg. He's been on that one leg since the Spurs or since that run with the 2019 title against the Raptors. Like, how many times are we really going to go through this? No. The Clippers should break up the Big Three. We'll see what they can get in free agency at some point. I mean, I think the Clippers is more of a free agent spot than Toronto and maybe LeBron to Phoenix. I don't know. They don't got no picks either. So the Clippers, they got to rebuild. And then when you're losing other guys like Russell Westbrook, you're going to have to get some bench guys. Because, I mean, your bench, half your bench is going to be gone with the names I just announced. I mean, this Clippers team is much of a mess. Now, they're not in that much of a mess as Phoenix, but they got to build from the draft, and they got to get a free agent. I just don't know how you're going to pay both James Harden and Paul George. I don't know how you're going to do it. Somebody got to go. And then you're still paying Kawhi Leonard to 2026 when he's barely playing. Are you going to restructure his contract? What are you going to do? I don't think the Clippers, I think signing Tyronn Lue as the head coach, it's a great idea. I just don't trust the team. I don't trust the talent that they have because it looks good on paper, but they don't win games. That's all I have to say about the Clippers. Don't forget, it is Lambo's World of Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Total Pro Nation. We love you. We appreciate you. Like I said, the Clippers look great, but I'm going to tell you something right now. The Clippers do not run LA. As of right now, it's the Lakers. They're still the city of LA, but it's not the Clippers. It's not the Clippers. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, the big three needs to be gone. Without further ado, y'all have a great day and take care.